But yeah, we are live. I will mute the music now. And yeah, welcome back, everyone.
Thank you very much, and welcome everyone else as well. Last time we saw the end of Ruldir the Vanguard, who was the illithid that had terrorized and plotted in the dark recesses of society to infiltrate and overthrow or further the Elder Brain's plans. And you went in a abandoned missile silo in Ukraine and assaulted the base and confronted him and defeated him. There you learned from a dying Gith named Vlakith, which you've met before and killed before, that on the missile that he had just started to launch is the coordinates that'll take you right to where the Elder Brain is. And seeing as this could be your only opportunity to get that information, you all rushed up and into the missile, except for why can I not remember his name when I'm going for the recap? Dusty Wickers. No, Dusty Wickers, who remained and tended to a group of captured humanoids or humans that had been kept prisoners for purposes that you may or may not know, but could be inferred if you know what the illithid preferred diet is. Yeah. So you crammed yourself into this missile, the capsule at the head of the missile before it blasted off. All of you with more or less conflicting emotions about this decision. And some of you managed to stay conscious while others passed out from the sheer portioning.
G-forces.
Yeah, from the sheer weight of your own bodies as the rocket accelerated into space. Yes, I am. You should probably go on a diet. Aww. Also, weren't your character one who stayed conscious? I don't remember, which is why I was vague about who you were under. Yeah, the astronauts, obviously.
Yeah, the ones who are G-force training. Yeah.
Makes sense, right? Mm-hmm. So, and this is where we will pick up, is at this, in this capsule, as you are going through space, about to wake up. So I will drag you all over here, and
music.
Indie music.
Ooh.
I hope that's copyright-free music.
It's royalty-free music from Kevin MacLeod in Compotech. So it should be royalty. You should be able to play it.
The one dude
Twitch agrees with that.
Yeah.
That has a Patreon, I think. So go support him.
Yeah.
Everyone uses Kevin MacLeod.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, you feel free to mute it if you don't want it there, Thomas, or I can mute it for everyone, but I thought it would set the mute.
No, it should be.
Take the volume up a bit so that I can lower it myself.
It was nice, but now it disappeared, so...
Yeah, it's very low. I think you turned it down a bit much.
Yeah, I did.
There we go.
Yeah. So, I'll... Let's see. Yeah. So, Andre and Iris, you are still conscious, while Alex and Somi are unconscious. But I'll read out the description of the interior. You find yourself inside a cramped space that is a little under 8 feet in diameter. The air is stale and filled with the smell of 4 creature that has been in close proximity for a while. There is one window on the side of the capsule, part of the door you used when you entered into the capsule. There are 2 seats in the middle of the compartment that comfortably seats 1 medium humanoid each. The left one is fitted with leather straps for constraining a creature placed in the seat. And currently it contains an Somi, I think. All around the capsule, there are hatches marked in Cyrillic and space that can be opened and searched. The craft has clearly been modified heavily with illithal technology. As you can see that panels have been removed and strange glowing crystal attached to wires. And yeah.
Oh my god, we're in space. Oh my god, we're in space. Iris kind of looks out the one window.
It's okay.
kinda-
It's not the first.
Yeah. No, it's not the first. It's the first time without a suit, though. So that's going to be exciting. And the first time without trained passengers. Looks towards the passed out companions in the chair. And the first time without any navigation parameters or a return vector. So, yay!
Or, 10 minutes with preparation on the landing pad.
Yeah. And psychological preparing for the void and the endlessness of space. Oh. Do you remember those days? Do you remember Dr. Harkin? Oh, he was a peach, wasn't he? Oh, the pre-prepared little speeches he did. He'd think he was in the movie Independence Day. Oh, gets so riled up.
His analogies were not always on mark, though. I mean, he could talk for hours about something completely irrelevant and then say, and that's why.
And that's why you can't make sound in space. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you remember the little trick that he told us about? If our radios go out, and he said, we'd listen to the echoes of our voice. And he made the long analogy, and then she pushes her head against the the cold glass of the viewport. He says, but or in reality, what he really meant was just press your visor up against the others so that the vibrations can go through the glass. I miss him. Wish he was here. Fuck. Andre, what do we do now?
Andre just sort of slumps down and leans against the wall. And he does like the motion, or like if he breathed, he would have taken a deep breath, but he doesn't actually breathe, so he's just like kind of sits and stares a bit, stretches his back maybe while sitting there, and I don't know.
Oh?
How can you be motion sick? We're in space.
Not motion sick, you shit.
All of the
G-force stress.
Yeah, all of the blood, the blood you don't have anymore, in her head.
Yeah. I guess there are some perks with my situation.
Iris goes over to Nozomi and kind of checks up on her, and I want to roll a medicine to kind of help her out.
You can definitely make a medicine check to just check her out, but if she wants help, that'll have to be something that's accepted. But make the roll.
17.
I'm talking to myself. Let's stop doing that. 17. 17 is enough to know that she will probably be fine, but she'll have a hammering headache if she has normal human physiology for a while still.
You have normal human physiology, right?
Give me a... Do we know if any races that don't get for sickness?
No, I'm just wondering if your race will
probably
recover
this
the same
man.
way. I mean, Andre
Probably
almost
Agent
got it.
Squib.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, no, I think Agent Squib would get sick too. He normally travels the astral. There's not a lot of gravity to worry about there.
Okay.
Yeah, true.
Let's see. Do I have anything deep sea that should help?
Hey, I've been wondering.
Yes. And then I'm going to transform into a Triton.
Okay, that's really jarring when you do that, like,
Oh.
in my face.
Oh, that helps. Whew.
Do you just do that on a whim? Also, do I know that guy?
I mean,
Yeah, it's
you probably don't.
he's not that bad. Iris, have you not seen X-Men? He's just Mystique. Not a blue chick.
Sure, let's call it that.
Anyways, listen. Oh, Alex. Iris hurries over to Alex.
Yeah, Alex is like just holding her
There,
head
Triton picture.
in her hand and just like clearly nursing a headache or a migraine or something.
Also,
What?
I'm gonna cast predidigitation to clean
Wow.
the vomit off myself.
Yeah. You don't need to roll even Iris, although you did roll well because she's in the same state.
Yeah. I wanna help her. I've got some cold water.
Do you guys? Let's take stock. What are your resources?
Let's see here.
Let's see.
I don't eat, sleep, or breathe.
I
so
have a
who
water
gives a shit?
bottle. I have 4 rations. And a lot of other things that aren't relevant right now, but might be at some point. I also have a healer's kit.
I've been really bad at actually putting on my normal, like, non-combat stuff in my inventory, so I'm not entirely sure.
That matters.
I think it matters a little bit. I think you could have at least 1 water bottle and 4 rations as well. I think that seems pretty standard, unless you have a compelling reason for why you'd have more.
I would probably not have more than that.
I have.
You might even have less, considering that the kind of missions you were expecting.
Yeah.
I have 2 smoke grenades, a tear gas grenade, C4, a wired detonator, and 3 empty assault rifle
And
magazines.
a bunch of echo.
Do we just have?
Oh,
do we have
that-
the?
It is
That
Andre.
wasn't from me.
That was from
Yeah.
me probably. Do we have the montage
I can
scene where
glitch
we're
out.
sort of like taking stock?
Too many people are talking at the same time. I think Thomas has some question in the background dealing with audio issues. Let's just get them out of the way. I think.
Yeah, who was it? No, I think it was Mats that had the echo. He was echoing my voice, which is nice. Iris standing up for Andre, providing him some audio effects for his character.
And then the question is, if you do the taking stock. It does sound like your character may be doing that now if you want to do it. I didn't mean to interrupt too much, but I think it's relevant what kind of resources you do have. I don't think you can eat, for example, a lot of what Thomas described, but he still has it.
It's the kind of dawning realization that we're going to space. What do we have to kind of deal with that?
Yes.
I guess-
What do you have?
Pulls out Mind Flayer tentacle.
That is a snack.
Question
That will be important later.
that will be relevant
Question.
to this. Have we
Yep.
leveled by this point?
I'm going to say yes. We are in the 3rd act, and leveling has been kind of it happens between pages in this campaign. So yes, you have leveled, but I'm just gonna tell you this straight off the bat. This is a great opportunity to roleplay how you level.
Yeah.
What does that actually mean for you guys?
Yeah.
And I have some ideas if you want help. But
No, I have an idea for some of my things, so it's fine.
yeah.
Alex kind of just starts looking at her things to try and take stock. It's like, yeah, do we long? Like she looks at the two astronauts.
Oh,
How long? Yeah. What?
no, you can continue.
How long does it normally take to go to the moon again? And like, we have no frame of reference for how fast this thing is, do we?
This is a challenge. This is you actually spotted a challenge. How do you want to approach this? You turn to the
Well, I mean, it's
astronauts, I
about
guess.
384,400 kilometers.
It takes a while by like the technology we had back in the 50s or 60s or something, but
We could take, if we're quick, it could be like, I don't know, 2 days, maybe 3.
I mean, Apollo 11 took what, 4 or 5?
Yeah.
yeah.
And I hope this fucker is faster.
I
It's a
mean, it
miss.
seems about as old. So
It doesn't seem to give a shit about dropping off any payload though. So I mean, we're fucked if we're trying to blast it off of atmosphere ever again.
Well, luckily the moon doesn't have one.
You'd be surprised.
Well,
But
I would like to take a look at the panels here, and she's saying it a little bit out loud as well because she knows the other people that's like artificer here. I did check that it looks similar modified to the surveillance that we looked at in the tower.
yeah, it does look suspiciously alien, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I did take a peek at it, so I want to at least try and get an overview if I can gather my thoughts from this. And I mean, and she holds up her sonic screwdriver, and kind of says, "Well, this one seems to at least have similar properties, so I can see what I can do at least. I'm not sure what you guys want to try and do."
Ooh, I know. Maybe some of my spores can get attracted to any of the magical energies that these illithids tend to use.
Good
I'll
idea.
try some.
Yeah.
Hang on. As she sort of breathes out this puff of spores, and she's going to use magic awareness. To
I'm going to
pinpoint any-
cast System Backdoor and have a login.
Okay, let's wait a little bit. So let's start with magic awareness. As an action, you can open your awareness to the presence of of concentrated magic. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet that isn't behind total cover. You definitely sense magic here, and you can tell that it is part of some of it is some of it is abjuration magic. Some of it is conjuration magic. And maybe a couple of other too. I don't have a complete list here, but I don't. There's a smattering of magical auras or schools.
in like a cohesiveness, like in a cohesive way.
I don't think you actually are told which direction it is. Just that if it is.
Specifically, I know exactly where. You know the
I
location.
said, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's in, I think, Ansomi's bag.
Right. All of it?
Well, not all of it.
those things that you told me about?
If okay, so I don't also have a complete. Which of you do have magical items on you that you are aware of?
Well, I know
yeah.
I've used this spell around them, so I know to filter out the things I know about.
The spell doesn't say you do, so I'm just asking.
Yeah.
So So everyone that say they have a magical item on them, you sense magical item on them. And that includes Ansomi as well. But Ansomi has a lot of other tastes as well. She doesn't have only, I don't know what that would be, maybe evocation, that she had a strong taste of before, but now she has a smattering of other things as well.
What the? This.
And have I felt? Is it the same ones that I felt on her before, or is it this new?
No, it's new. Now. Okay. Now pause. And so, May, do you still want to cast System Backdoor right now, this instant, and just cut through everyone else and just go over and do it? Or is that just something you want to say that you can do?
Oh no, see, and Somi's not gonna tell anyone she casts the cast System Backdoor, and Somi's just gonna cast System Backdoor and start looking at the computer console.
You mean
Mm,
the stuff that I just walked to as well? You just walk up beside
I
me?
mean, I'm assuming there's multiple consoles.
You are wrong. There is only one
Oh.
console, or...
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, if
How to
there's only
describe-
one console, I'll wait a bit
describe
with
it.
that.
Yeah, I'll describe the interior to you again. So first of all, it's a very cramped space, so there's not like a lot of walking around. There's basically seating and some floor space that involves you guys laying with your legs underneath some seating, so it's cramped. All around you, there's tons of hatches and panels. Those that haven't been removed have writing in Cyrillic. Those that have been removed sometimes have wires coming out of them, or you can see that there's been embedded crystals and strange metallic materials into the circuitry of this shuttle. There is a kind of a... There's buttons everywhere, but it's centered in front of the seating arrangement. The two seats are most of the buttons, and they are... A lot of it seems very analog. This whole thing, barring the fact that the alien technology might modify it, probably has a lot less computational power than your everyday smartphone or flip phone. This is old tech that's been modified in some way. So if you could post your spell. And by the way, that's the same principle that went for the technology that what you found in the base. System backdoor. This spell allows you to bypass system security in order to create a secure login on a foreign system. Yeah. So
That
brilliant idea, great use of magic. This system is just not that advanced. It's less about gaining access through a login, and at least not yet. It's more about knowing how to use the system at this point. So if yeah, so
I mean,
I'll
Alex is
let you...
fiddling with the proper console, so
Mm.
if it becomes necessary, I'll do it later.
Exactly.
Right now, Iris is looking at me with the stink eye. You know, more than usual.
About the thing.
Yeah.
So
Any more questions that needed resolving? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Iris, you know about some person having a lot of magic items on them. You know about the state of technology, and Alex, you know also the state of technology, but you haven't actually tried to crack into it.
yes, I want to do a little bit of stuff like I did with Shadow Drive. I did back in the silo, like just to get an idea of okay, what is this? Can I gain any knowledge?
Yeah. That should require a DC or an Arcana. Arcana intelligence check.
Arcana intelligence.
To understand this technology. So specifically, to understand what do you want to do? You want to learn how long it's going to take you to arrive on the moon, right?
That is my main priority. But like, if I can gain any like lesser knowledge about
Navigator's tools.
I mean, I don't know if that's not an artisan tool, so I cannot create it. I think.
No. Because my job on as an astronaut was to calibrate journey. So.
Yeah, I mean, you can come and help. The reason Alex is doing this is because she's been fiddling with this technology once before.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You have advantage on the roll if you gain help from Edis.
Okay. I will ask you for. Can you come up and look at this? I mean, you did navigation stuff, right? Just with all of this new alien technology, some of it looks like they did send information around down in the silo. So there should be some similar systems here. And she starts fiddling, and I will roll twice.
You don't need to roll twice,
Ah,
remember?
right. Yeah, I forget.
Uh-huh.
16.
Well, yeah. 16
Question?
is. Oh yeah.
What did you say?
Were there any more rooms to this rocket, or is it just the cockpit?
There's not any more rooms, but there's tons of like hatches that you haven't looked into.
Okay.
I did not
'Cause
hear what you
while-
said.
Okay, I will repeat myself. The question was, is there any more rooms? The answer is no. There's just
Yeah.
this one room.
No, before
But
that.
there's tons. Okay. I will. I didn't complete my sentence because Thomas had this question.
Yeah.
So I'll come back to you. Yes, Thomas.
Yeah, I was just gonna say while
Alex.
Iris and Alex, while Iris and Alex are doing the computer stuff, I will look around in, for example, hatches specifically for those plates, the metal plates where they were taking records
Mhm.
while they're doing computer stuff.
Yeah. Okay. You rummage around and you will find something. You don't have to roll for it. I will tell you what it is. We'll just resolve this one first.
Of course.
With a roll of 16, you have issues trying to understand it. It's both too primitive and too advanced at the same time, or too alien, and you are not able to get a good enough grasp on it.
Okay.
To learn exactly how far you are moving.
Okay.
You can do it in the old way. Do you have a laser?
You do. However, while you don't understand it too much, you do realize there's a distinct that the alien part, the crystals, they do form some sort of data matrix or lattice. If only you could get into it. And with that knowledge, I will tell Andre what he finds. So Andre moves up in 0G and starts pulling out the different compartments with the Cyrillic writing on it. And roaming around in the hatchet, you reveal a number of densely written steel plates in the Braille-like language of the invaders.
Mhm.
You also find what looks like a pair of alien rebreathers. They look like rebreathers. And 3 packs of ancient dried rations. They look like they have been put here and not replaced in some 80 years. If you're able to read the contents of the plates, I can tell you what you learn. And if not, I can tell you what the alien rebreathers look like.
Mm. Yeah, what is Nozomi doing right now?
I am laying back and, attempting to sleep, realize that my body doesn't do that anymore.
You lay back and you slowly start hovering forward.
No,
You are.
I'm like, okay, so it's gonna take some time to get to the moon. I clearly need some rest. While these fuckers fuck around, I'm just gonna take a nap and just lean back in the seats, make sure I'm strapped in, and then just the necessity for sleep has disappeared from my body.
Yeah.
So you're an insomniac. Great.
And
As you
Nozomiak.
try to strap yourself in, and so nice. That's a terrible bad one. A space rock randomly hits your ship and disintegrates. That's how bad. He said an insomniac. You have restraints or straps on your seat, and so me. What is disconcerting is that yes, there's one for attaching across your hip, but there's also clearly ones for restraining your arms and legs fully.
Yeah, well, I won't attach those.
No, I assume you won't.
Yeah, it's I suppose it's because it was supposed to take a prisoner.
Yes, that should answer your question, Andre.
I am going to hover over to Nozomi with a couple of those info plates and say see if there is anything important on these. I know you can can read languages. They should probably all be destroyed as well in case our mission on the moon fails. We don't want any information getting in enemy hands.
Sure. I'll take the plates and start ritual casting comprehend language on myself.
I don't think 0G would affect your ability to do that, so that should be fine. Yeah, Andre?
Yep. And then I hover over to Alex and Iris. How's it going here? Get anything
Not
useful?
too well. It's hard to figure out how this technology is working, but and she kind of like uses a finger to like kind of just like her the matrix thingy. This thing, if we can get into that, I think we'll get a lot of information, but it might take a little bit of time.
I'll do it though.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. Leave me to it. I'll crack my head open at this. I'm good
Okay.
at brute forcing solutions like this.
Well, I didn't necessarily mean actually literally breaking it open, but
No,
you know.
it was a joke. I
Mhm.
know my personality might entail that I do indeed break it open, but I did. I did go to space.
I know.
So, yeah. And then kind of she starts like looking at the actual like electronics of it, and she's going to give it another try from another angle.
Well, in the meantime, I'll see if I can do something about the food and water. And she kind of floats back to the second seat. And did the second seat have any kind of belts on it?
No.
Nothing. Okay. She
Nope.
tries to, but does it have like
Safety harness?
arm like place to put the arms kind of thing? Because then she can just like hook her legs beneath, so she kind of has a little bit, so she doesn't just float off.
No.
Hmm.
It's as if the wielder had some way, some other way of attaching themselves, or they never
Okay.
planned on staying attached while in 0G.
Oh, she's gonna put her feet under and then sit, and then she's gonna start fiddling with her sonic screwdriver for a bit.
So what we're saying is that the two. So what
Sorry.
we're saying is that the two people that need to sleep are gonna have to sleep in shift, so they don't bump into stuff while they sleep.
Yeah, and currently you're occupying that space.
Well, I'm reading. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm also
I
gonna
think
say
we'll-
then. Yeah, I'm just
No,
gonna
you can
say
go
to
first.
Iris. Yeah, I'm gonna say to Iris. Don't worry about not having a suit. I found these, and I'll show the rebreathers.
What? Those.
I'll show you the
What?
rebreathers. They look like rebreathers. I'll have a little
Rebreathers?
fiddle. Yes, you know oxygen.
Yeah, I mean, we're in space, mate. Oxygen is the least of our problems.
Yeah, I'd say it's
Not
a pretty
for
big
you,
one.
obviously, because you don't have any skin that can radiate heat. But still.
Look,
Yeah.
Iris, we've
Sorry. I shouldn't have been
we
so
had
rude.
this-
I'm a bit focused. Can we do this later?
Of course, but just don't worry. Remember, we had survival training. We, if the worst comes to worst, we rip off the paneling and use the ship's insulation to make a makeshift suit, and at least you have oxygen too. It'll work out.
You know, I joked about building a mech out of these plates once. I did not think that was going to have to be actually the thing that we needed to do for survival.
So do anyone here have any way of contacting anyone not in this ship?
I think we could look at the phone because we did have signal for a bit, but I'm not sure if we've lost it by the point we woke
We
up.
did send. Remember, we did. I did send.
Yeah, I sent a mission report as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'll check.
Right. None
I'll
of you
check my
guys
watch.
have any practical spells like sending or something.
I'll check my watch, see if there's still signal.
I'm going to say there is. Or let's make it no, wait, you know, we're playing a role-playing game. Let's roll for it, right? How do you
Yeah.
have signal? I'd say there's a 50-50% chance, so you can roll me
No,
any way of saying, yeah. Mhm.
I'd say a D100. That is the signal percentage.
Oh, I like that. So if you roll 100, you have perfect signal. Everything less than, I'd say, 20% signal is prone to corruption, and so they might not
Mhm.
instantly understand what you're saying. Or no, that's beneath 40. Yeah.
You did
Oh
roll.
no,
You
hang
did
on.
roll.
That didn't
did
roll.
roll.
That didn't roll.
Oh, okay.
36.
Yeah. Okay, so that's beneath 40. Beneath 40. Beneath 20, they wouldn't get it, but beneath 40, they do. You are able to transmit something, but the information might be corrupted or distorted, which means they will have to spend time decoding and reconstructing it.
Yeah.
And the information might be imperfect. And the round time is already getting too long that this is just for sending. If you want to receive signal as well, you're shit out of luck right now.
Yeah. Yeah, signal's getting worse.
Okay.
I say.
And I will start telling you. So on these plates are very detailed patterns for attacks. Some of them are underway, involving several agents in key governments and several plans to make magical communities divide and enact hostile policies towards each other.
Ooh.
I'm just recording this.
Clearly, this
What?
has been going underway for a while.
I'm just recording
On the
this,
plate?
so I don't have to copy.
Else from the plate.
Thomas seemed to have frozen.
Oh, have I?
He's back.
Yeah, you're back.
Your camera froze for a minute there.
Ah.
But yeah, I'll read up the full details in slow and steady voicing, so it's easier to get through.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have that recording on my watch.
And I'll do a full repeat so we can send it twice.
Yeah. What were you saying, Thomas?
Yeah, I recorded it on my watch.
Yeah.
Everything he said.
So just to reiterate, because he did give it to you all. So there's clearly been plots to undermine governments, both mundane and magical, and to turn the different factions against each other. And they're already caused a lot of damage, probably damage that can take a long time to enact. Which could explain the increased hostility and factionalism among a lot of the different, factions. Well, you know, yeah. Also, just a friendly reminder to everybody. We are playing on Discord, and I know there is such a thing as delay, which means sometimes we start to speak over each other. So just be mindful of that and show patience and grace.
Yeah.
No, never.
Let's see how long that's gonna work out for you.
I love how I said no, never, and then I got a from Matthias.
Which was the delay? That was not my affirmation. I was not assenting to that. So
yeah, as soon as Nozomi's done with the short abridged version, I'll click send, so that will hopefully manage to go through before we lose too much signal, and then I'll start recording a bit more detailed when Nozomi goes through it the second time.
This is going to take you some time, but right now you have a lot of time, so let's just skip forward until that's done, I guess.
Yeah.
During that time, how about we jury rig, see if there's a sender on this thing, and jury rig it to send hex code, so just binaries, because that's impossible to kind of fuck up. Just beam directly at Earth.
Yeah.
You are Yeah, you're busy with that, but you could probably delegate it.
While they're doing the reading of the tablets, like fucking Moses from the mountain, I'm going to be trying my best to see if I can make more sense out of the console. So do you want me to roll an Arcana? I'm also going to be bolstering my attempts with my bolstering magic.
So, what is your attempt?
So it is basically whereas
Be specific.
whereas Alex tried to come at it from a sort of modern sensibility and like more of a technological sensibility, I'm coming from it more from an analog sensibility. So the first thing I need to know is how long will the travel be to the moon?
You know what? Let's hold it on the bolstering magic. You are a trained astronaut.
Yeah.
Do you have navigational tools training?
Yes.
Yeah. You have access to a window.
I've been trying to say this, and if
Sorry.
we had a laser, I could do
remember
a
something
really
about this.
precise measurement. But if we don't,
I
just
have
need
a
window.
laser.
You do?
I have a laser sight on my rifle.
Gimme.
Yeah,
Then I need
I unscrew it and then just like I unscrew it and like hold it sort of towards you and then just push and it'll just float towards you while I continue with Nozomi.
I think Iris kind of kicks into a bit of the same spirit she had during the during her academics when you and her kind of studied together, and she like she starts like, oh, we need to do the thing where you turn off, because she's not very good at the intelligence thing. She just has the gut feeling. She's really kind of good at the gut feeling. So you have to, it's the IR sensor of the camera. Yes, turn it off. Like you basically have to actually come in there with your technical knowledge. But she essentially tries to get you to make a sensor with the camera, so that we can measure the exposure of a laser, and then we can make a reflection sensor.
I also have an electro-optical sight, so you can maybe like use them together somehow.
Ooh, even better, yes. So basically,
I am a tactical military guy. Okay, I have tactical gear.
So what's your plan? Is to laser the moon or
laser
the Earth?
a celestial
or...
object. We know the distance from another celestial object. Triangulate our relative velocity and use that to determine, based on the fact that we were traveling from Earth, we know the distance from Earth to the moon, and we use the relative velocity to determine the time it will take to travel to the moon.
Okay. I think that's pretty awesome. I think that's a pretty good plan. I think you should be able to try this. I would like a intelligence with proficiency roll, because you are trained in navigational tools, and I'd say you have navigational tools as well.
Wisdom, because this is sort of survivally.
I'm gonna say no, because
This is
your
hardcore
wisdom.
math.
Yeah, your wisdom kicks in to put you on the track of the solution, but actually crunching the numbers and getting them right, that's going to be some hardcore math.
Be strength. When can I do my strength navigation rolls?
Can
When you're the one who sends it flying.
Yeah.
can I help?
You are most certainly able to help. You should have all the same prerequisite for help for doing.
You should actually be the one to make this roll, to be fair.
Well, I'm kind of busy. Yeah, true, but I'm kind of busy with doing the Nozomi stuff. You said you were doing this at the same time, so I'm assuming like every now and then you just like, what is the square root of something? And I'm like, oh, it's whatever.
I'm essentially helping you, not the other way around.
I mean, right now, as far as you know, you have plenty of time. I'm going to say that you can make the roll if you want to, Andre, because you could always go over and double check her math afterwards in canon.
Yeah. Okay. So navigator's tools with int.
Yeah.
Yeah, and advantage.
And you get my bolstering magic as well, which you don't need, I think.
I mean,
23.
I would call this a like 25 roll, so probably maybe.
I would say roll. Give him what he can. Ooh.
Go on.
24.
This was a sliding scale stuff, but you got high enough to think that you are more than current trajectory and speed. You're probably going to be captured by Moon's orbit in about 3 days' time.
Okay. Right. So then Iris.
Good job, by the way. You figured that one out. That was pretty good.
Aha! And Alex holds up her tool. So, good news. I think I figured out the food problem. Bad news. I think it can only give us 45 pounds of food at the same time.
Wait. How?
So.
Did you bring a cow with you? Then we don't see.
You have a food setting on the screwdriver.
Apparently. So.
Smooth
Base magic.
Well, it seems to be a mix of using my knowledge for, I have certain arcane abilities that's, I wouldn't call them magic. They're very
magic.
much, no, they're weird. It's
No,
weird.
no, they're magic.
No, it's not magic.
No, my snifter can sense magic. You're magic, girl.
Anyway, point is, I think it can give us food and water, but I can apparently only give us very specific amounts, and it's kind of a lot.
I don't need. Wait, you said a lot?
Great.
I mean, do we need 30 gallons of water?
Wait,
I don't know.
are you
I don't
saying
people
it's
drink.
either
Does you
no
feel
water
30 gallons of
or
water?
very specifically 30 gallons of water?
Yeah. Basically.
The fuck? And you're saying you're not magic?
Well, I couldn't do this an hour ago.
Exactly my point.
Magic is weird. Okay, fine, it's magic. It's just.
Thank you.
When I was scrounging around and I found the stone tablets or the iron tablets and the rebreathers, can I remember if I saw any kind of airtight bags? Because you shouldn't have water floating freely in space.
Yeah, like.
As you were going through it, you don't find any convenient containers that you know for certain are airtight, I think. Because this is like bags of water storage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
I mean, you don't find airtight bags, but you do find a waste disposal hatch. Like the toilet. So
It's
you have
not
a way of getting rid
clean.
of excess.
Well, we have what we can maybe do
it's
is
more like
if we.
yeah.
Sorry.
It's more like you shouldn't have 30 gallons of droplets floating around a cockpit. That's not good.
Well, I can maybe try and redirect all we need into our existing water bottles, and then redirect the rest out the hatch.
The
I mean, it's
moment
gonna
water
disappear
can flow
for 24
in,
hours anyway.
we need to make like a sluice. If that's the case.
I mean, okay. So technically speaking, space is a container, so you can designate space outside of the ship as one of the containers. I have done this magical logic for a while.
It's the ultimate container, one could say.
My container is the universe.
Does that mean the spell the spell that allows you to lock a container means you can lock space?
I guess technically you can, because you can make a.
Just kept saying.
No. If you make a like an airtight container with a lock on it, and you have space on the outside and stuff on the inside, when you lock that, you do actually lock the door to space. There's just more than one door to it.
If the range of your spell is large enough to encompass the entire universe, then yes, you can lock space.
Also, to be
Just
fair,
no one has that range.
Yeah, Alex.
I'm checking. My range is 30 feet, but the
Yeah.
target is the ground or containers within range. So
Oh yeah,
I
there's
guess
no
it
ground
depends-
outside the ship.
I
No,
guess it or
containers.
containers.
Yeah.
Does
Um,
space be considered
Actually,
container?
you could
What
you
do you
could
want
just
the solution to be, Alex? I mean, this is hilarious. I'm just gonna let you. What do you think is the funny and or the cool or the whatever solution you want to go with here?
Oh,
You're
okay.
the one who does this magic.
Okay, well, to be fair, I think Alex is
Mm.
very much of a mind over matter person,
Mm-hmm.
in the sense that if she can logic her way to explain to the spell that the outside is a container, it might
Yeah.
work.
Yeah. You know what?
'Cause
I'm gonna let this
definition
work.
is subjective.
It's hilarious. It's just
sounds
a
like you're
bread material
having
with some floats.
to debate Lord with the otherworldly patron that is your own brain, just to kind of make this spell work a certain way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that you can you at least you think you can do it. I think
And
So-
this be at least a character growth moment of you being like, oh shit, I do spells now.
So,
Alex is pretty new to magic. Like, she's a year into magic.
like I don't want
She's
to go
not
off
very used
topic. Sorry. Yeah, I don't want to go off topic too much, but when we're done with this session, we seriously need to start brainstorming a warlock pact of the narcissist.
Wow.
your patron is your own unimaginable ego, so large it couldn't be
Yes.
contained within the universe, so it's created its own universe outside.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That
Space is a container, so there's an outside.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try this. But I want to have the disposal area ready in case it doesn't work.
You can cast the spell, but roll me an
don't
arcane.
know what is access to the outside of any of the things we have here.
Yeah.
So
Roll me an arcane, arcana. Because you're an int caster, right? Hold on, let's see.
I mean,
Yeah, but I'm
I
not
am obviously
not
helping
gonna-
her with her magic logic.
No, she isn't. This is her. This is all Alex. You can't help her with this. This is her own understanding of her own magic. It is enough. So, you guys, what you see is that Alex, you can come in with input, but I guess you wave your screwdriver around while you speak a rapid flow of arcane words, and suddenly, and this is up to you, what kind of food materializes and how much of it inside and how much of it outside. Floating past the window. You can clearly see it floating past the window.
Like propulsion.
No, it's the same speed. I know you, Mats. This is no inertial change
It would be dope if
whatsoever.
you could just spruce some water and fucking food.
The food
out
is
of-
very mix of like New York street food, as well as
Wait. Wait.
No, guys,
Whoa.
you have a beautiful New York
Food
style
is bland
pizza.
but nourishing, and you went for New York street food.
Yeah,
Yes!
no,
I
guys.
wasn't finished.
Yeah. Okay, you can finish. I just want to tell you guys, there is currently like a gorgeous slice of New York style pizza with like just not liquid but melted cheese, stringy cheese, and it's attached to another one. It's currently just slowly floating away and just dividing with stringy cheese between it as it's floating towards your face, Iris. But
Just
Alex, you wanted to add more?
Yeah. Because it's New York street food, but it's also like slightly more high class food probably. Because as much as Alex wants to hide it, she grew up rich.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the last minute, she's like, "Oh wait, British people, scones."
Oh my god! Kind of Aris just as she sees all this food floating past the window. I'm sorry to say this. I know we're hurtling to our fast and imminent doom, but this is the best thing ever. She just looks out the window. More magic.
I wanted most of that on the inside, to be honest. Did any of the food end up on the inside?
I gave you control over how much. Also, I wanted to know what happens to the water. Or where do you put it?
I did say I planned to put water into the water bottles, so I had prepared them beforehand to fill those up, and then the rest went out.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say this to you guys now, and this is you have one cantina of water each, because I'm just gonna assume that that is the kind of equipment you guys would be carrying when you're on a mission. It makes sense to me. Any objections? Unless you don't need to eat, sleep, or drink, you might not have one of these.
Well, also I.
No, water have other practical uses.
Yeah, just or wait, what were you going to say, Celia? It's just I want to go over the resources that you actually feel from this.
Yeah.
So
I got enough food on the inside to last us for a day because it will disappear after 24 hours.
The food spoils, the water doesn't go bad.
The water doesn't go bad? Oh, no, the water does not go bad. Well, I would have gotten enough food, enough water inside that we could actually contain. Yeah,
because that's my topic. So at least 3 of you, and I want you to note this down. The 3 of you that have cantinas, or you actually did say you have one for other purposes. So all 4 of you have 1 cantina each with water, and I'm going to say that it's enough water for you to sustain you comfortably for a day. So make a note of that. 1 full cantina, one day's worth of water rations, basically.
As the sort of the feast.
No, wait. Just pause. I'm pausing on the role playing just to get your resources sorted out.
I'm writing it down.
This you should write this down on your character sheet so that you know you have it. Those of you that eat, I'm going to assume you have the same as I don't remember who said it, but they said they had 4 rations of food on their person. Yeah. So I'm going to assume that some dense energy cakes or something like that doesn't take too much space and doesn't weigh too much, but is fairly nourishing. Those of you that eat, you have that. If you do not eat, even if it's practical, you don't have rations, because why would your character carry rations for other people if you yourself don't need it?
How many did you say we had?
4 days worth of rations, which is actually quite a lot, but yeah. So I think that only goes for Alex and Iris, that you do have 4 days worth of rations.
I carry a twig of rosemary and some cinnamon cookies, because sometimes you just need to smell something nice.
That is fair. They do not constituent 1 full day worth of rations, but you do have them. I will give you this. Do you want to have any flavor items? Literally, Andre.
Nope.
No, you can think of it. Beyond that, you now also have 1 full day worth of food each. You have more than that, but I don't know how stuffing yourself works in D&D. I guess you get exhaustion if you want to eat more than 1 day's ration. But you do have food for the next 24 hours. You're fully covered. But yeah, so I would recommend eating that first. I think
you need to be too specific about, considering this was using 1 spell slot, of which he has many each day. Not a lot of other things.
You don't know. Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah.
It's
question.
Like.
Considering the spell, do Iris now have the best consistency, worst taste scones in existence?
Yes, I was gonna get to that. The moment one of you grabs one of these scones or one of those beautiful slices of pizza, you bite down, it has the texture and mouthfeel and taste of cardboard.
Aww. If only we had a bard to sing a song to this piece of bread so that it could taste nice.
I
To-
can
to be
cast
fair-
prestidigitation on your pizza.
Yes.
Okay. Actually, I won't say that. I will cast prestidigitation on your pizza. It now tastes like pesto.
Good though.
Why? But pizza,
yeah,
though.
Alex. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, this was the first time I did this, so hopefully it'll be better next time.
Yeah. How does Andre react to all of this? Now there's no water floating around. There is food floating around because canonically that happened. But your water jugs are full and there's some water floating outside as well. How do you react to all of this? Your character, Andre.
He is kind of like just thinking to himself that, well, this mission was fucked as soon as the amateurs started running onto the unidentified spacecraft and shooting themselves off into space without even considering the mission. He's just like, whatever, almost given up. But he is going to be sad a bit by himself, trying to have a look
for your character.
Mhm.
Yeah. Instead of like, I imagine him standing like with his back stoically hovering, just watching the stars outside, just completely ignoring everything inside and dying inside.
He's gonna.
He's not standing. He's just slowly turning clockwise.
Yeah. No, that was just a suggestion though. But yeah, continue, Andre.
He is going to be trying to examine the rebreathers that he found and make sure that they actually work and function for humans and all that kind of stuff. Not dangerous.
Yeah. I will tell you the following. The rebreathers consist of a vertical beam. Whoops. I have you. Consists of a vertical beam connected in the middle to a long hollow tube. Socketed in the connection is a pulsing dark crystal that seems to be charged with some sort of energy that isn't magical. So you, having access to psionics, knows that it is psionic energy. If you breathe through the hollow tube, the crystal starts to pulse and glow with each breath drawn, and you draw fresh, breathable air into your lungs.
Or you think you do because it's psionic energy.
You know what? That could be true, and the result would be the same.
It's mind over mind over matter.
When it comes to psionics, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I will.
From this, you could infer that the energy wouldn't last forever. They're a consumable item. But it should contain enough energy for... Roll me 1d6. No, actually, no. Roll me... Oh, well. Yeah. Roll 3 more of those. And now roll me 4d6. Yeah. The first one you examine, you feel like it's not at capacity, but you approximate it could contain about 15 hours of breathing, while the other one contains about 12 hours of breathing.
Oh no.
Likely they
there are
leak.
rebreathers.
Yeah, they leak energy, so they fade over time, or they have seen recent use. It's hard for you to tell.
So I will float over to Iris and Alex and give them one each, and say these will last a little over 10 hours. Purposefully lying.
These ones? But they're tiny. Oh, they're magical.
Magic.
She uses two zip ties to make a little necklace to have it in, so that she has it available quickly.
Do you try it on?
Me?
Yeah.
I do like a.
Yeah. The moment you try to move it up, the hollow tube flexes up and just jams itself down your throat.
I pull it out.
Like a facehugger.
What the
Yep.
fuck, Andre? You could have told me. The hell is this?
I didn't know about that part. Okay, I just made sure it worked.
You don't breathe.
There could be something about this. I don't know. Yeah.
Ugh, that is super uncomfortable.
Alex is just looking at that for like a look of like almost like disgust and horror, and then looks at the one she got and is like, ah.
Hey, it'll keep you alive. Don't complain.
Speaking
I
of,
didn't say anything.
these last for 10 hours, but how long, the cabin. Where are we getting oxygen from? How long is that going to last?
You keep pointing it out, Iris. How would I know where we get oxygen from?
You know the concept of oxygen even if you don't breathe it.
Iris, if you keep yelling, you're gonna use up the oxygen faster.
That's not how oxygen works.
Yes, it very much is.
Where the fuck are we getting our oxygen from? As he kind of starts looking around.
Well, maybe did you find anything out with the Matrix?
What?
The Matrix. Maybe that has the information about where the oxygen
Oh
is
no, I
coming
gave up
from.
on that long ago. I used a laser. Now, where the fuck is the oxygen? Kind of goes around looking around panels.
Yeah, you
I'll have a
could.
look. I'll look at the crystals as well.
Yeah. Do any of you read Russian? I know some of you do when you touch the writing. I'm not gonna make
no.
you roll for this because I think we're gonna do, well, not necessarily a time skip, but just we're just moving large chunks of time a little bit here, and you have time to look around, and you are trained and everything. Eventually, Alex, you track down what is definitely looks to be like an HVAC unit, but you're not sure because all the writing around it is in Russian. You don't read Russian, but it could very well be.
I can ritual cast comprehend languages on everyone if they ask kindly.
No one asks kindly, apparently.
No, only I speak Russian.
No. That's up to you guys. I mean, you are a team, and you are. This is their third mission together. Who knows? Maybe you are.
I will cast comprehend language on Alex.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. You are able to touch any writing and know what it says, so you are able to pretty certainly know that this is the air recirculation system, and it works. It's primitive but effective. It absorbs any CO2 that is emitted and stores it in some so I think it's coal filters or something like that. I don't know enough about it, me personally, to give you a satisfying or good enough explanation, but it comfortably are able to house 2 person on a 3-day journey.
Well, doesn't Nozomi breathe?
Nope.
Oh, you stopped breathing. Okay.
Oh, I haven't bred as long as you've known me.
Ah, okay. Okay. 2 of our people do not
We're
need to
very
breathe.
lucky
Okay.
that for the 2 of our people don't breathe or.
It's not designed. This capsule isn't designed for 4 people. I'm just saying. So yes, you're kind of lucky there. You'd have to find out a way to handle it, and yeah, well, that's good for you.
But after sort of our main needs are taken care of, and we're kind of feel more safe about the journey, I think Iris is going to start training. She takes muscle atrophy very seriously.
Yeah. So I wanna stop you a little bit. So as you say, as you feel a lot more comfortable about your food situation, about your air situation, and the timeline for this journey, you do start to settle in for the long, for the long trek.
Mhm.
And before we go into that, I want to ask: does anyone want a break? We've been playing for 1 hour 20 minutes
It would
roughly.
be nice to have like a short break. I need to fill up water.
Quick break.
You just got 30 gallons of it. Do you really need more water?
Apparently, yes.
I'm gonna say 10-minute break. Yeah.
Yep.
Make it a bit
Sounds
long-ish
about right.
one. Grab some food if you want to. Use the toilet,
Mm.
etc., etc., and then we'll be back at. Oh, that says save 7 minutes.
Yep.
Right.
Then we're back at 30. Like hop.
Wrong button.
The future. I can see it. Om 16 dager. Kort forklart. Ved å flytte kredittkort
Sadly, without bearing gift for the rest of us.
And we're live again.
What the fuck, man?
Well, if you were here,
We're
I would
live,
have
we're
brought you a
live.
beer.
This is true. We should all go crash at his place next time. Welcome back from the break. We are just settling in for what looks to be 3 days of intense waiting. And people are going to start fighting muscle atrophy. People are going to have some introspective journeys, I suspect, fiddling with magic and whatnot. But before we get too much into what each individual person do, I would like to direct your attention towards a certain collections of items that were collected last time.
Yes, right. Those.
Yeah. Those
They're all
they
mine.
currently in the possession of Ensomi, but it's not a secret that they have them.
Nope. I think Alex was with you when we grabbed those things as well.
You are correct.
So if you're not bringing it up, I am.
Oh, at some point, I'm just sitting there. What does this do?
Right. Yeah. We grabbed a bunch of stuff when we ran.
You
Uh,
grabbed 14 items, or an assortment of items that like accumulated to 14 trinkets. And
15.
are you pretty sure it was 15?
I have 15 in the session notes.
Well, I guess that since I didn't go back and double check the number, I'm just going to trust you on that one. Favor the play or not. But so 15.
I thought it said 16.
No.
I'm fairly certain it says 23.
Yeah, guys. So you have a collection of 3 items that you can identify, but they are not all magical. Some of them are trinkets and everything. So I just want to get it out of the way. Do any of you have any new spells you gain in level up that would require a item of a certain of a gold value?
I have
yes.
sent you my necessities already.
Yeah, I'm doing it for everyone's sake. So not just you and I know that. I think.
Yeah.
So
I'm
we can
pretty
start
sure-
with you.
Well,
Start with you,
I
Nsomi.
I would like a tiny silver cage of the approximate value of 100 gold. It's for trapping souls.
Does anyone else gain any magical spells that would require a component?
Yay.
Hmm?
We're gonna find a. I apparently did not add it to the thingy.
Yeah. It's easy to forget, but if you have chosen not to choose a spell because you don't have the
Oh.
diamond worth 1,000 gold point, you can now choose to have equivalent of 1,000 gold worth of diamond found in this collection.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I just didn't have it added to my spell list, but yes, I have a Revivify, so 300 gold worth of diamond.
I also need something, but it's measly in comparison, and that is 10 gold's worth of charcoal, incense, and herbs. And potentially a small portable brass brazier. I don't know why the fuck it requires a brass brazier of anything, but
It's someone familiar for anyone who's not in the know.
I think you could customize that one, but it should be on theme. So it's
Regensrör, like a test tube, like a
yeah.
or no, what's the
Yeah.
burners? The little Bunsen burner. Yeah, a Bunsen burner. It needs a Bunsen burner.
Yeah, because you need to burn the incense.
Yeah, exactly. So it needs a little
Well,
Bunsen
no.
burner.
Well, if you need to sprinkle it, it's kind of hard sprinkling it on top of a Bunsen burner because that is like a little
You have a thing
little candle
on top
But-
of the thing, like a little.
Yeah, it's a petri dish.
Yeah.
That's what we would have it in. That's where you would put the incense and then light it.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to say that you can find an item that would fulfill this, but this was found among the collections of an alien. So it's not a Bunsen burner.
Alien Bunsen burner.
Yeah. It's It's a small. It looks like an ocarina in some ways, in shape and form, but it's made of an iridescent, strange material, and you are able to twist where where you would blow into an ocarina, and then fire starts jetting out of the holes, and then
So,
you have
fire
the
ocarina.
components.
I'm
Yeah.
writing that down.
Yeah, you have a fire ocarina like alien Bunsen burner. You can have this. Or just be careful that fire on a spaceship does not behave the same as fire in a gravity situation. It's because hot air doesn't flow up.
Yeah, it doesn't have gravity. It's like a little orb.
Yeah, it's like an orb of fire. So
Mhm.
that's also hard to sprinkle things into. You have to.
But let's
throw
be
it
real
into
here.
it.
I don't
whole
need
thing.
to do that because I have produced flame. So I just more likely needed the Bunsen, the little petri dish.
Yeah. Now you have
Yeah.
you have the kit for doing what you need to do.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyone else need anything? Or does anyone else have anything they would like to gain? You could ask for outlandish things. It is we are in the leveling up gap. It's a bit of a mechanical, just some has been ticked.
The equivalent of a pearl worth 100 GP.
You can have this.
I already have that, but sure.
I assumed you
Like,
did.
do you
but,
want to share one, or do you want your
I
own?
mean,
I don't know what you want to use it
identify,
for.
don't spend it. So
mm.
It's
have
your
any
choice,
armor?
Andre. It's your choice, Andre. So, I've written it
like,
down.
no, I wouldn't mind having my own.
Yeah, you have your you can there's going to be an equivalent of that there as well.
It also makes sense that like these aliens have access to the identify spell, and so we grabbed it along the way, and then Nozomi's like, well, I don't need this, I already have one. And
Exactly.
Andre's like,
There.
hey, don't
yeah.
mind if I do.
By my reckoning, you all have gained one item each, which we can go another round if there's anything else you'd like.
Did you have any armor or anything?
No, these are small trinkets, so there's no armor among them.
That's fair. I don't think I need anything else. Nothing that I could think of, at least.
Okay, I know you're looking, but I want to get stuff moving, so I think we're gonna call it there. So that leaves 11 of the 15 trinkets that are currently undefined. And who is it that goes through and just kind of goes through them? Like, you are all bored. It could be all of you, but
All
it's
of us
in
probably,
Sombi's
yeah.
possession.
I mean, I have identify, so
Okay.
Yeah, but then you
So-
take the magical stuff, basically. The things that need identifying.
I do too now, and I can cast it 3 days in a row because I can't do it as a ritual. But I can cast it 3 times
true.
a day. I can cast it 3 times a day while we're on our journey.
Yeah.
I can also cast Identify if we need to.
Okay.
well, I can
and
cast it as a ritual, so that doesn't use
Yeah.
spell slots.
You have enough time and resources that you should be able to do this without actually doing the math. It's more about like who does it. And I'm gonna, from my understanding, it's Sensomi that goes through this, and you guys are maybe watching too closely for them to be able to pocket just anything. It's basically what I'm getting at.
We know you're gonna try if you have the chance.
Nobody trusts you, Sensomi. I'm sorry. You can roll a D. What will that be? That'll be a D10 from me. Among the trinkets is a packet of what looks like Soviet era candy bars They are wrapped together with some piece of dried up rubber strings, and they read hematogen, which is a Soviet era candy made from bull's blood. Eating them will restore 8d4 plus 8 hit point, and they do cover 1 day's of ration of food. They do not spoil.
What? How much? 84?
Yeah, 8d4 plus 8 hit points.
And how many of them were there?
5.
They were made from bull's blood. Will they make Nozomi turn into a bull?
I don't think she can shape change into bulls. That would be Iris, I think.
Minotaur, on the other hand, jury's still out.
Well, it's a load of bullshit. And I just opened a can of worms. I just immediately want to reseal, and we're moving on. You can make me another D10 roll, please. Two. Then I would like you to roll me a D7. Actually, it's roll 20. We can do a D7. It's great. We need a D7. I'm not seeing a D7.
Yeah. Give me a fucking moment. Chill.
No. You have moments are for losers. Well, that's a 3. You find an ion stone of awareness, which is
Aw.
a
Not one of the fun iron stones.
And son of what?
roll again.
What?
I don't know what that is.
Awareness. I
Yeah,
can.
I don't know what it
You
does.
could. No, you could probably look it up in the compendium if you
Ah.
want to.
You can't be surprised while the Iron Stone of Awareness orbits your head.
Okay.
Right.
I rolled a 10.
You rolled a 10. Oh, that's the maximum. That's good. Then you can roll me a d6.
5.
5. You also find a ion stone of regeneration.
Ooh.
You can roll me a d9 this time.
7.
I'm gonna need a d5.
Wait,
5.
it's not an Ion Stone of Regeneration, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a legendary item.
Well, you're on
Yeah.
the last tier right now, so you have a light.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the worst of the legendary Iron Stones.
Yeah,
by far.
Still.
5. Well, fun you should say you also get an ion stone of sustenance.
Yeah,
Can I
that's
get
not
the Iron Stone of
that's not one of the
Regeneration?
legendary Iron Stones.
Can I have the Legend Stone of Regeneration? Because that plays really well with my I can't die in one turn thing.
The Iron Stone of Regeneration is once every hour.
Yeah.
Can we wait with dividing them until we're done all of them and have looked at them? Because
Just keep writing down, and I'll keep
I am.
rolling dice.
I am.
Roll me a d6.
6.
You find what looks to be a candle shaped in the shape of a tentacle, and engraved with strange runes and etching. This is a candle of invocation, and I'm going to have to make you. I'm going to. Well, you do cast identify on it, so you can make the roll for what alignment it has. I will tell you what
You
roll it
didn't
is
actually
shortly.
roll a 6. You just typed 6.
Ah,
That's
my
cheating.
bad.
Yeah, you rolled a 6 on a6, not a d6.
Mhm.
There's a D6. I missed the D apparently.
Okay.
So
There's
A1.
no candle there. There's no candle there. Or the object you pick up. It seems to be a telescopic rod of something that can be pulled out, and you can push on the end, and gnarly-looking spikes pop out. It is a rod of alertness.
This explains how they could see us so easily when we were trying to sneak in, I guess, or something.
Oh no, that was because they were using not sight. They were using like blind sight.
It's a joke. We're finding all this gear of alertness.
You can roll me a d6 again.
3.
What you find is it looks to be two a matching set of crystal like bracelets made of crystal beads. Some of them are see-through, some of them are blood red, some of them are sky blue. You determine that together these actually form a pair of dimensional shackles. And while there is no visible chain between them, if creature is chained, there is an invisible psionic shackle between the two bracers. And beyond that, it still work as dimensional shackles.
Dimensional shackles. That's some juicy shit.
Mm-hmm. You can roll me a d6 again. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you guys are good. You're not hitting the same one twice, which would default to something else. You find what looks like 3 stones that is pulsing with a dark blue light. They are known as, collectively, they are the Might of Algol, the demon star. And these stones can be pressed into the flesh of a sentient creature where they will fuse until the wearer decides to remove them. While they are fused, their strength score is 20. You also gain a demonic hunger, whatever that means. So an intense hunger that cannot be slaked.
A demonic hunger, whatever that means.
What? That sounds like very much torture for me if I have a hunger and I don't eat.
Well, I mean, you don't need to eat.
Basically, they
That
give you
sounds
the
like a good
strength
item
of
for you,
hungry.
actually. But what's your current strength, Andre?
We will not
Well-
get into. We're still rolling.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How many
It's-
more?
it's
Actually,
12.
Just yeah, let me just
Good
go
fun.
over the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
because if
7.
you're having a roll
7.
d6 on the same table and
Yeah.
it's more than 6, I feel like
No,
We
but
didn't say-
that's the thing. You can roll the same twice. At which point it will default to something else.
okay.
So there's space for there to be duds. You don't want the same number twice. You can roll a d6.
Jesus Christ, we are very lucky.
Yeah, you find 10
Yeah.
clips for the Mind Blaster.
Oh, wait, it uses
Nice.
clips.
Yeah, there's psionic clips that goes into it. It's like small battery with a crystal in it.
That's cool.
I do
1,
recall somebody
2,
stealing
3,
a Mind
4,
Blaster.
5.
Yeah.
Wow, Runa, that is some lucky rolling. The only thing we haven't rolled is a 6 because that was a dud roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can read this, which is what it says here.
Master Blaster. Yeah, well, you find 10 clips for the Master Blaster.
Pew, 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 pew.
We can figure out what that actually does, because I thought it was cool. You did steal it. No, you can have it. So 10 charges for that one. I do believe you should roll again. D6. Yep. There you have it. It's a wax-like candle of a tentacle. And I do need you to roll a D20 now.
That is the absolute insanity of like not
You
rolling the
guys
same
are
thing twice.
Yeah.
What is this? Like, what is this? It is aligned with a neutral cosmic deity.
Is it aligned with God with capital G?
No.
He's very
it's-
much not neutral,
Yeah.
nor cosmic.
Yeah. And you can read what it does by searching it up in the compendium, I believe.
What's up? Because I feel like that was a long ass name.
What is the name of the candle again? Because I did lose it.
Candle of Invocation.
Oh shit.
It's a good one. Does require attunement. Right, and I believe that should put your tally up at 9, right?
9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 9.
Yeah. Then I'd like a D6. Wait. Yeah, I'd like. No, you can only roll the same ones again, can't you?
Yeah. That's why I said.
Yeah. Then I'm just gonna. The rest does default then.
New table.
Yeah. I'll just tell you. The last one is what looks to be a demonic, or not demonic, but an alien figurine carved, not magical. It's just a beautiful one. And the last one looks to be some sort of the best way to do it's a flat-ish piece of metal, or so that's strange. Say metal. It's hexagonal, and when opened, you can see a crystal hovers up that has a distinct arrow shape in one. This one is magical but mundane, and it is a compass of ever accuracy or something. You don't know the name for it. It's an alien name, but what it does is that it always shows the direction to a location it has been in before, and it is already pointing somewhere. Or you can sense that it's trying to point somewhere, but it doesn't know where it is, so it is spinning a little bit, but you can observe it to see if you could glean more information from it.
Wasn't that 11?
That was 11, and that's all of them.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh,
Because
I thought you said
we got 5. Remember,
Right.
we had 5 of the other things.
Right.
Casting.
You didn't
4.
count. Yeah, you didn't count them in.
No, I was a bit clever there. I asked you for what you wanted of stuff like that, and then I took it from that one. Which I hope you don't feel cheated of it. But
No,
it made sense.
I know, but I meant you didn't count it in when you counted 9. I thought 9 meant there was 6 items left.
I see. No, it's 9 plus 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So I guess let's quickly go over what we have, and then make up your mind and if you want to make a bid on something.
Oh yeah, you did. Nice. I was just about to ask you.
It's in the notes, so you can all just check it on the notes with.
Yeah, but
Jay's handwriting.
I wanted her to post it in Discord, and she already did. I obviously definitely want, and I think it will help my character if I get the sustenance ion.
What does the sustenance do?
It makes so you don't need to eat.
Yeah, no, you were like one of the people that does not get that one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was the joke, I think. But yeah, I want the as I said earlier, the regeneration iron stones. That's kind of the only thing there that I feel would pretty.
You want the legendary item. I see.
Well, I explained why I wanted it, didn't I? Because not only am I the tank, but I'm also the healer.
I need
Let's-
give me a second. I have not read on all of these things. I wrote all of them down. I did not have time to check them all out.
No, we
Give me
can
a second.
go over. Let's give everyone a moment to learn what each of them are. Could
Yes,
you
please.
share the notes with me? I seem to have failed to make a notes handout.
Pinned.
Huh?
They're
I also-
pinned to the Discord.
Ah, that's how
Yeah.
we did it for this session, this
Yes.
campaign.
Yeah, I did
Uh,
see. I always have a trouble finding it because it's not in my documents and it's not on the Roll20 links stuff.
Hmm.
I think at least the manacles would be best on Iris as well, because you probably have the highest strength and you're melee.
Right, because you need to actually, if we're gonna forcibly apply it, yeah.
Yeah.
And not just do it for
Well-
some kinky roleplay.
But if we're not forcibly doing it, then it doesn't matter who has it, because we have the time and
Yeah.
to do so. So
Yeah, okay.
I mean, we can easily divide the candy bars because it's 5 of them.
Oh yeah.
So two for Iris, one for everyone else.
I don't. Well,
well,
I don't.
I don't need it. I don't need it. Nozomi, you don't need it.
No, it heals.
No,
Uh,
it heals.
Oh yeah, right.
It's a
I
big
was
heal
thinking
too. It's
just
not a
food.
pussy heal.
Yeah.
It's a big boy. It's basically a healing potion that also makes you full.
We have more than enough freaking food items now. What was the point of me creating food?
I mean,
yeah,
that's just the way it
BRB.
played out. You could have tackled it before. It's no way for you to know, and now your character has access to it. This isn't going to last forever, also. So
Also, the Mind Blaster. What does it do? Because it stuns.
honestly, I haven't looked too much into it. I just thought it was pretty fucking genius of you to just disarm him and just blast him with his own mind blaster. So I thought that guy, that one needs to make a reappearance.
Yeah, I agree.
For now, I think it has. You can reload it with 10 charges because you found a clip with 10 charges, and then that gives you 10 actions of using the mind blast of the enemy you fought.
A little coney.
Yeah, it's a stun cone. Bzz.
Nice. That is pretty good. So I would suggest
Mm.
maybe Andre take that.
The
Not
mind
only
gun?
is he, yeah, because not only do you have action surge, but you're a fucking artificer. Maybe you can do something funky with it and have some fun with it. Me, I can just
There's
shoot
another
it and go.
artificer there too. I just want to remind you.
Yeah.
There's 2 artificers.
Yeah, true. Actually, yes. Maybe. Oh, maybe Alex can make a little robot out of it.
Yeah, it might be better on Alex.
Ooh, maybe we can switch it out with the main gun of your the thunder cannon, like your little Crowley thunder gun thing. Just have it be blasting with the master blaster. Oh, and we're calling it the master blaster too.
Not sure if I'm able to do that mechanically exactly because I can't really switch out my robots.
But a cool DM
your
certainly
robots-
would allow you to.
Are you able to? Are your robots able to take actions, like item action? Or yeah, it needs to be an action. A use item. I think it's a big ask. That would require some more tinkering
oh,
to get done.
Wait, that's not the one.
Okay.
Wait, that's not the one.
But before we move on too much, have everyone had a chance to read over the items?
I was still working on it because I was trying to find a freaking awareness one because it was so freaking hard to find.
Yeah.
Iron stones aren't in the compendium apparently.
I found it in Roll20.
No.
Yeah, you just need to search for Iron Stone. It's a big wall of text.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not individual
Yeah,
entries.
it just lists all the ion stones.
Got it.
It's sort of annoying.
Road of Alertness is fun, but I already have another thing, so it wouldn't be good for me to have more stuff in my hands. I think.
More stuff in your hands.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think
Like
it
I
needs to be
have,
in
I
hand.
have like a gun, and then I have possibly the blaster, and then I have my
It needs to be in your
all-purpose
hand.
tool. So.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. While you're holding the rod, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
So it
the
sounds
rod of
like
alertness can
Nozomi
be-
should have it right then, right?
Yeah, I'll take the rod of awareness.
She's the only one who hasn't got her hands full.
Mm. I mean, I could take the blaster and the Ion Stone of Awareness.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Is it alertness or awareness? Because now I can't find it on.
Alertness and Ion Stone of Awareness. Rod of Alertness, Ion Stone.
We're going to be very alert and very aware. That's for sure.
Yeah, you're right. Alertness. And in case you wonder, some of these have been random. A lot of them have been randomly selected because it fits what would be an illicit treasure. Some of it has been inspired by your wish list. So if you want, yeah, it's a bit late now, but you could update it if you want to.
So anyone objects to what Celia said?
Nope.
What did you say, Celia?
I said Alex could take the Ion Stone of Awareness and a Mind Blaster with Eclipse.
I was gonna ask something. Yeah, I was gonna ask something because can we get some clarification on the Mind Blaster? Like,
Yeah, sure.
is it considered a martial ranged weapon, simple ranged weapon, a wand? Like, what would you consider
Good
it
point.
as?
Yeah, it's considered to be a magic item. It's not a gun. You not require proficiency to use it. It's a magical item that you can use to
Yeah,
cause an
activate it.
effect, and then it consumes a charge.
Okay.
I think that is the correct way to rule that one.
That's a shame.
What were you hoping for?
Well, you see,
I wanted to make it.
artificers can make
Yes.
artificers can infuse magical ranged or martial ranged weapons to make so that they don't consume ammo.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
have that on my
God.
normal gun.
Yeah, I mean, even if it was, I'd say it's that wouldn't fly. It does consume charges.
Yeah.
Mm.
Then I guess my bid is for the Ion Stones of Regeneration.
If you want to know I can say I will make a quick handout for the Mind Blaster, I think.
Yeah, I need to keep track of like things here.
Who needs the might of Al Ghul?
I would say Thomas would be pretty great with that.
Ra's al Ghul?
Yeah. Let's be honest, it would
Al
also be
Ghul.
RP wise very fun to see an undead get the demonic hunger.
Yeah, like
The hunger
the only
for human
advantage
flesh.
the only advantage I would get out of it is my melee attack, which my echo uses.
But that's a
'Cause
pretty
I am
big
ranged.
advantage.
Well, I can do that.
You get a lot more versatility basically because you can you can
I can only unleash him twice, which is where I use my bonus action to attack with him. I can replace my normal attacks with an attack from him, so I get the versatility. But also don't forget that I like.
Let me put it differently. No one else uses strength as effectively as you, except someone else who has already 20 strength. Like
you.
I have. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I'm not arguing against it. I'm just saying I don't get that much out of it. If anyone else wants to stake a claim, be my guest, because I am mostly ranged.
I mean, I
But,
wouldn't mind
if-
having 20 strength, but it's probably not gonna come up.
We don't want her extra hungry. She's already
you've
very
already got a
spicy.
demonic hunger.
Yeah.
See,
Let's
then it
not
wouldn't be a
feed that beast.
downside. Wouldn't that be a
Nice.
problem?
Okay, well, come on, guys. What items do you want?
I have taken a couple, so
Yeah,
I'm
I
waiting for
know.
you guys to.
Thomas and Rune need to.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I don't need the ring of the Iron Stone of Sustenance. I can take the candle, cause
Yeah,
sure,
sounds
whatever.
very like you.
What does the candle do? Let's try to figure it out.
It spells, and you can use it once to cast Gate.
That might be useful later.
Yes.
Like as a way
It will
back.
get us the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that's very good. Like that was the thing we were wondering about.
You took the Rod of Alertness, right?
No.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Okay. So I guess
Yeah.
it's Thomas. You have to say what you want.
yeah, I'm looking. I could take the Ion of Awareness. Let's see. I'm checking the rod.
I took the awareness this
Okay.
turn.
Alertness is alertness rod. What does that?
That's the one
Advantage
where you
on.
I have the Rod of
That's.
Alertness.
Oh, okay.
because
Can we? Yeah, can I get an updated list on what people haven't claimed then?
Can we color code it?
I think it's pretty simple. It's the shackles, the
Telescope.
Weren't you taking this?
the telescope.
Yeah, weren't you taking? There's a telescope.
Yeah, telescope
No,
rod
no.
of some kind. Oh
That
no,
is-
sorry, that was the alertness one.
No.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
read the first part.
So it's just the Al Ghul, the might of Al Ghul, the shackles and sustenance.
Well, I don't need sustenance.
Yeah.
Obviously, that should be one of the two people who actually need
Yeah.
food.
I mean,
takes that?
if you want anything else, we can swap things around.
No, I don't really
If you need
want
awareness, for
anything.
instance, if you want awareness, then you can swap that with sustenance and Silja. So Silja can have sustenance, and you can take awareness. Awareness is pretty good for you too. You're an Overwatch guy, aren't you?
Yeah, it's just that you can't be surprised. It's not that useful.
Yeah.
The shackles, I still think you should take.
The people need to be
Um,
incapacitated to use
I
them,
was-
so it's not that important. But yeah.
No, but like my point is, you are our only melee person. None of us, except you, is gonna have even 1% chance of using them.
No, you misunderstand. The person that you use them on needs to be incapacitated. So it doesn't matter if you're strong or weak or whatever. You can take anyone can shackle an incapacitated person.
I don't like. There's nothing that I really want. Like, if no one wants the alcohol, then I can take it. But
Alcohol.
there's
The alcohol.
what?
Alcohol.
Yeah.
Alcohol.
It's
The
Al
Algol.
Ghul. It's from the
Yeah.
stars. It's from the. It's a trinary star system.
Yeah. So there's nothing that's like really standing out. There's I want this. I'm leaving
not
it be
more
up
excited
to
about 20 strength up from 12. That's amazing.
because I'm not melee. Like I don't know how many times I have to tell you. I use
I don't
Dex.
give a fuck what you do in combat, my dude. You can now bench press more than Iris. Or the same as Iris.
You said, yeah, I was gonna say the same. Why do I care about bench pressing? I'm not some gymaholic.
Well, yeah. As I said, wait. I was doing notes cleanup. Where are you guys in the process of distributing this stuff? If you
We are,
don't know who want to have it, just somebody take it. But yeah,
yeah, someone can just
please do that.
take it and just have it on them. You don't need to use it. It's just who is carrying it, I guess.
Well,
Uh,
we have most of this accounted for now. It's
yeah.
just Thomas missing.
Well, sustenance. Shall Iris or Alex use the sustenance one?
Well, what I was suggesting was that you take sustenance and then Thomas takes awareness.
Sure. I mean, I don't mind.
Thomas?
Yeah, I can take it.
Yeah.
Never be surprised.
Mm-hmm. Because let's be honest, nobody's fucking surprising Alex anyways, by default.
Fair.
You don't need a specific rule telling people you can't be surprised. Okay, so then we have it settled.
Who took the shackles?
I guess I'll take the shackles
Yep.
then. That was the last thing.
And strength goes to Thomas as well.
Yep.
Yes, the alcohol thingies.
Yeah.
We're just gonna call it
Yeah.
alcohol. You're getting the alcohol. Strength of alcohol.
Might.
Who'll take the
Of-
compass?
Wait, compass.
Yeah, we got like
What
a
compass?
compass that is pointing somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
We don't
Oh,
know
right.
where.
The plot device
I'm-
compass.
I'm gonna give it to your primary artificer,
Who's that?
Alex.
Okay.
Oh, that's rude. Jeesh.
See, I can take the compass.
And I'll just keep the weird alien figurine for myself.
Okay.
Guys are doing well. You've found some loot. You've dealt with the food situation. You've dealt with the unknown time situation. You've dealt with the air circulation. You guys are actually doing way better than I expected, to be honest.
As soon as like we
Uh,
actually settled down, I think we managed to develop like the characters managed to develop a kind of system of discussing things.
Yeah. So, your characters settle down for the long wait. And I want to start with Iris. You said
Mhm.
you said she starts to work out and train.
It's just a
And
bit high energy.
Before you start describing too much what you do, can you just mechanically summarize what are you planning on how you're planning on advancing her?
So, barbarian, just fucking
Mhm.
all in.
Just-
So not a lot of mechanically interesting things happening. All of the things just get stronger and better. So hence the training. Maybe the one thing that that she does is she spends a lot of time sort of looking out onto space, soaking up incidentally some of that cosmic radiation
Mhm.
that she is empowered by.
Yeah.
But no, in general, it's just training.
Andre, how about you?
Yeah.
Like over these, like mechanically, just a quick summarization.
He's gonna level fighter. Or he has leveled fighter.
Yeah. So more Econite, more that kind of stuff. Cool. Over the course of this journey, like somewhere along the second day, you see it's like it starts like in pins and needles in your eyes, Iris. Pins of needles of light, like something flashing through you. And before you know it, you feel like you're just charging up with this cosmic wave that passes you through. The wave passes through the whole ship, and it does seem to leave Alex and Somi alone. And since you were looking out the window a lot, it wasn't there until it suddenly were there.
Was.
What do you mean by alone?
Leaves you it flows in through it's just a light that
Oh, it doesn't touch us. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
There's a light that Iris can see that flows in through the window. The rest of you can see the light when it happens, and infuses her, and then jumps further on to Andre. And from your perspective, you're suddenly both left hanging in the astral.
That's yikes. Okay, nightmare. Does this feel like that other time?
Exactly like the other time. This is the same energy.
I think Iris just sort of looks terrified towards Andre.
Yeah, you're both there.
What's like we're in the astral space, sort of floating.
You are, first of all, it's the astral, so there's not a lot of like easily navigable landmarks or milestones. So from your perspective, you are hovering in somewhere that's vaguely pastel colored. Off into the distance, you do see what looks to be like a seething mass of red energy. And off to another within your sightline is what looks to be a gray circle with green tentacles pouring out from it.
What the fuck?
Hmm.
How does
And
Andre
this
react
is,
to this?
yeah.
Because of my downtime I had a while ago, where I astral projected as well. Can I assume that Andre has a bit more control over how to navigate his own body in astral? Like
You can
how to
assume
move?
you know how to navigate the astral. We cannot assume the same for Iris.
Yeah. So I am going
She's
to.
floating, she's turning, you're just in control.
Yeah. So I'm gonna float over to Iris, and like grab, put one hand on like right in front of her, one hand on her shoulder, and one hand like on her cheek, and like try and just like quickly teach her not to drift. Like she probably won't learn how to actually
What the
control it, but just like look at me, Iris. Do not look around. Look at me. Focus on me.
She's just like constantly flitting around, like seeing
Yeah.
the various eldritch horrors around her. Tries to focus.
So
hell?
yeah, he just keeps telling you to like look at him and focus on him and his voice and stuff, and then tries to basically teach you to like try and focus your mind, like when you're car sick. Like the best thing to do is look at one thing in the distance instead of like all over the place, because that's when you get sick. Like try and keep teaching you to like keep your focus stable, and just if you want to look at something else, like take your time and just like snap to it. Like keep focused on the one point and don't look all over the place, because that's when you lose control. That kind of thing. So he's just basically trying to teach you to stabilize, if not move, but just stabilize at least.
When you regain your focus, Iris, you do see like a silver cord running from your chest and Andre's chest off into the side. Not long. Distance are weird, but just to give you an idea, maybe 20 meters or something. And there you can see the space capsule, but you're from the outside. Andre, you recognize this. This is like from your point of perspective, where you link back to your physical body, that location does appear for you in the astral sea so that you can traverse back to it.
All right. I guess Iris desperately tries to get towards it.
You just grab your umbilical cord and just start pulling yourself in.
Instead of pulling yourself in, you pull your body out.
Question then just is the food still outside?
No, the food is not outside. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna make sure to to try and just focus her. And then I'm going to try and summon my echo and use my because you said 20 meters, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Roughly.
yeah, roughly. It's also, I said distance is wobbly in Astral.
Yeah,
Like
that's
it's
fine.
not the 3D space. So yeah,
No,
I don't know what you need. So if it
No. So I'm gonna try and summon my echo,
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna try and send the echo into the spaceship
Mhm.
while real Andre is trying to calm Iris. Did we lose Matthias?
No, I'm thinking.
Oh.
Because we've established that your echoes are alternate timelines of yourself. We've also established that those
Mhm.
alternate timelines can traverse the astral and meet you. Right.
Yeah.
So what happens? Yeah, I think this is the best one. What happens is that instead of you summoning an echo standing inside the spaceship together with your body, an identical spaceship appears with you standing next to your body.
Okay.
The thing is that you can't clone your astral cord in this scenario
No.
because they have their own body they're attached to.
Yeah.
So wait, did you just become the echo in someone else's summon of echoing?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe.
It's uncertain.
Were you just called forth as an echo in the alternative
Yeah.
dimension instead?
So if you can see my webcam, I am going to be suddenly like looking around, like, wait, what?
Yes. I
What's
agree with this.
what is okay?
And then we all fade out of existence because we were the echo all along.
Yeah, and so we follow this alternate timeline. Oh, the hijinks you guys get up to in the astral plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I am as an echo. I am going to look around, and Iris is obviously in the ship, but does she seem astral projecting this timeline's Alex? Not Alex. Iris. Does she seem to be time projecting as well?
Is this something you're focusing on trying to determine?
Yes. Because I am.
The moment you start
using...
looking for Iris, a duplicate of Iris appears.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Frantically trying to pull themselves into the shuttle.
You're making a mess in astral plane, just saying. How many irises are there now? Possibly 3?
No, there's just 2 of them, but because, yeah. But there's basically a mirror. There's 2 iris.
What about me though? What's my current situation?
From your perspective, you are just hand over hand, just pulling yourself in. You've just not able to focus, and you don't float gracefully. You're just pulling yourself using your astral umbilical cord, and then suddenly next to you, there's a different iris doing the same thing, except she has her hair in braids, I guess, or something like that. She's also frantically trying to pull herself back to her capsule.
Looks towards her like, what the fuck? To herself a bit. All right, okay. And then she's gonna stop, and she's gonna breathe, and she's gonna focus, like Andre told her, and she's going to try and use her magical awareness to kind of tense the pull and kind of let it take her. Sort of like let the magic take her instead of like trying to physically move through the space. So it's more
You
of
can
the attunement to the magical forces and energies instead of the relentless pursuit of goal.
Okay, so you both stop pulling, and you reach into the flow of magic and the astral and the wildness inside of you. You can make me a, since you're a barbarian, I guess a Constitution roll.
Just okay. Constitution
I'm
save
not-
or roll?
I don't know what your casting stat is, basically.
Oh, wisdom, druid.
Oh yeah,
Druid.
okay. Well,
So just wisdom. Yeah. 17.
yeah. I'm just gonna have a small look at something.
But for the if it's con, it's 16.
No, well, we'll go with the wisdom one. That's more what I wanted. I wanted your casting stat basically because you're using magic. You float closer, and you feel face to face, and you feel a deep and intimate connection that you can only feel with yourself. And as you reach in, your hands touch, and they do not, or they, when they would touch, they don't touch. Instead, you face through each other, and for the briefest moment, you have a glimpse into the alternate timeline that this person comes from. And in this timeline, it is not, oh, I don't remember which one it is, but one of your parents is dead, right? And the other one is gone.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Varus
It's
is
the other way around.
alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's the
Varus
other
is
way
dead
around.
in the other timeline.
Yes.
Mm.
Varus is dead, and it is your mother who has left.
That's why the braids make sense. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Is very distinguished like the between a mother haircut and like a father haircut. Like
You were never taught to
Uh,
braid your hair by your dad.
yeah. There. Oh my god, maybe that's an emotional beat actually. Maybe like, how did you make it like that? I was like,
Yeah.
my mom told me to how
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah. And as you get this understanding, it's like a bright light starts shining out from where you are intersecting. And from Andre's point of view, this light engulfs and consumes you, and you're gone. You're no longer astral projecting. You wake up as you continue your journey, like a split second afterwards, just rotating backwards. From everybody else's perspective, no time has passed. And since that would be true for Andre too, we are going to go back to Andre.
Yeah.
You're just floating up. Yeah, she disappeared.
So I
still
have
two
a
spaceships
couple of
there.
things. Yeah. I
Yeah.
have a couple of things I want to do because I think it's kind of cool for him. He
Mhm.
is gonna slightly panic at this because he was expecting
Mhm.
to be to manage to echo himself into the ship to warn people, to warn Nozomi and Alex. So he's gonna just try it again, and I am expecting and hoping that they will spawn more chaos because I have a plan on how to solve it as well.
You know what? Let's put that down to a die roll. Your casting stat would be intelligence, right? You're trying to
Yeah.
force another echo into existence, but you usually can only summon one. Am I right?
Yes.
Matthias,
only
can
summon
I just I've gained this ability. It
Your
might or
spirit
might
of
not
character is
intersect.
from your-
You choose. Just if you want to add more chaos. It is not astral protection per raw.
Do you want it to be? This is kind of Andre's moment, so I think
Yeah, no worries.
I think I'm gonna go down to the intelligence roll. You are trying to force another astral or another echo into. So make me a intelligence roll, DC 21. Or you can use your casting stats, so with proficiency and whatever.
Yeah, it's int. Oh, but with proficiency.
Yeah, you're casting a spell, and you have to hit
Yeah.
DC 21. Or
Can I just? Okay, I'll need to roll it manually because am not. Well, I could just use a tool because then I can choose my stat, and that's proficient.
yeah.
So 15. That's
Air
not great.
Rickles! How fitting! because this is very... So
I think that's wrong. Just saying, because it says +6, doesn't it? No, 6 plus. Oh yeah, +4 +5. Yeah, that's correct. Because my int is 4 and my proficiency is 5. Yeah.
You try to reach out for another echo, but here, within the Astral Sea, you don't have to reach that far to find an echo, and you overreach because either you are digging too far, or the copy of you is also digging, and they're digging too far, and it's a cascade. Suddenly, you get this like 2-dimensional array of echoes
Of spaceships
all around you. Yeah.
Nice.
They just fall out from each other. Some sort of advanced geometrical pattern.
It's like Doctor Strange when he's in the mirror dimension. Things just start copying themselves around me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You rotate like 90 degrees.
Spaceships fractaling.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I mean, you
and
rotate 90 degrees on top of each other before you all of it. It looks amazing. Somebody should make a movie about this.
Yeah. So he is going to like, because he's panicking a bit, looking around like, holy shit, this is not how it's supposed to work. I'm losing control, and this is really bad because as far as he knows, these might end up being permanent. So he's kind of worried, like, okay, I need to stop this before it goes too far. He's starting to get really, really scared of this, and he is going to reach up to somewhere which is non-existent because he is his astral body, not his physical body, and he's going to start clawing at a button that is supposed to be on his armor, but he's in his astral form.
Does your astral form carry your possession, or does it not? I don't remember. It basically doesn't. Yeah.
No, I can't. You can't activate magical items on your person in astral because it's not with you. And that is the point, because my armor does something special. It has a button which can wake me up from this, I hope. And either I'm thinking, like, this is up to you. Either I'm concentrating enough on this that my physical body is copying the movements of my astral body, or you'll let actually Iris wake up before me, and that Andre is actually in a kind of trance, and that she might see what he's trying to do and help. That's up to you. Andre has had astral problems before, so if that helps.
Yeah. What I think happens is that you hear a soothing, or you feel a soothing command to relax.
That's not gonna help. You know, when your every action is causing more copies of yourself to spawn, and then someone just says you relax. That's that's gonna do the opposite effect.
You feel your attention drawn to what looks like a rainbow prism that hangs what would be at your back when all of this unfolded.
Rainbow prism.
It's a glimmering, scintillating energy. And it doesn't communicate to you in words. It communicates to you in curiosity and assurance, and then it sees that you're in panic, and you get the distinct understanding that he'll help you, and suddenly you see just a blast of energy and a wave pass through you and all of your copies, and as the energy touches the copies, they vanish, and you are alone with this entity. And the entity tells you that it's going to be good. It's good that you are back. Both of you.
So,
And wondering why you took so long.
Are we now in real time?
I think I'm still in space.
We can go. Yeah, he's. What
Astral.
do you want to do something cool?
Well,
that
it's a bit
adds to
late
the
now.
moment?
I wanted to do something with my armor, but all the copies have disappeared now. So, I guess I'll just. Well, no. See, I'm curious. I'd try to communicate with this thing and not return to my body now that I know that the astral is safe again. So I'll try and, because it was like I got the sense that it was behind me and it was communicating through emotions, not words, wasn't it? Is that what you said?
It doesn't use language the way you know it, but you are able to understand it. So it's communicating and understanding. It's alien. It's strange.
So I'm gonna try and just like,
it's very specific stuff. Oh, sorry, the lag.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna try and like turn around and like see if I can find it. I'm guessing I won't, but I'm gonna he's gonna keep looking around and then see if he can find what this is and then ask.
You are able to find it. It's a visual to your astral eyes, a visual distinct phenomena.
Okay. Who are you?
You get a sense of eagerness and happiness. Like, this is the best question, and I cannot answer you. You have to wait a long time until you find that out. But I can't wait until you get here.
Well, that's not ominous at all.
And it asks you, are you willing to go now? We could even pick up your friend again.
Suddenly it's a 2-player campaign.
I'm just looking at my own personality traits, whether he would accept or not. See, this is the thing that might be awkward for you as a DM, but you gave me the option. So I'm going to say, this is your own doing. You have to deal with it. Andre is going to say, yes, but I don't want to pick up Iris.
Overwhelming joy and happiness as the light swoops in and picks you up. And you get the sense of disoriented movement and distinct unotherworldliness. We're going to cut back to everyone else because Andre isn't waking up the same way that Iris did.
His dead body is now a dead body.
All intents and purposes, yes. There's a corpse floating in your cabin right now.
Did he at least have the courtesy of strapping down before he astrally projected without planning?
No.
What a
one of
shit.
yours.
He was in the middle of he had just dismantled his gun and cleaning it and was in the middle of putting it back together again. Hence why I am physically holding two parts of a gun. So yeah, he's just like floating with a couple of parts of his gun floating in front of him.
So, so a
Mhm.
question just for reference for us. So, for Nozomi and Alex, what just happened is we saw light.
Mm.
Andre just, I don't know, not keels over because 0G. And it's in an instant, so Iris is reacting basically right after, or from our perspective, the light disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
After the light, Iris does a
Yeah,
and
okay.
Android just
yeah.
What? Yeah, okay. So Alex is just gonna kind of look at you two and go, "What just happened?"
Not again. Shit, and kind of like jumps up and like goes to grab Andre. And fuck, where is it? Where is it? Have you told me about the button?
Button.
The
Probably.
emergency eject.
Yeah,
What does this button do?
So I've
It's
probably
something-
been told by someone because I've been very active and kind of asking after you had your incident about asking about like
Mhm.
everything you've gone through. So I like, fuck, what did he say? Left side strap. No, not that one. It's like she's struggling. There.
It's something I've had since I made my character, because it's part of my artificer that I've never got to
Mhm.
use. And I thought it was relevant for the situation, which is why I wanted to use it.
Mm.
Like mechanically, it's not, but like the fact that I get a jolt which focuses my mind,
Mm.
I was like,
Mm.
I wanted to use that to snap out of my panic.
Mm.
Cyrus sort of presses that and like, come on,
Yeah.
come on,
So
wake up, idiot.
when you press it, it's kind of like what's it called? Defibrillator.
Defibrillator.
So like you just hear the and see him like jolt slightly.
Fuck.
And
yeah, I'm
Somi,
guessing
how
that
do
doesn't
you
work
react to
either.
this? And Alex.
see. I'm considering being really funny and playing with my spirit projection at the moment. So I'm just also a unconscious body at the moment, but I've been in it for like half an hour, and you guys know I'll be back in half an hour.
So you're just flying out in empty space?
Yeah, this is exciting.
Okay,
my
you're
gosh.
gone. Alex, it's your left.
Okay, I will hurriedly like swoop over and go, okay, what happened, and try and get a visual on what's going on.
Yeah.
What do you mean again?
The phenomena. Do you know?
Yeah,
about...
I saw some lights, but then you just like
yeah. It's the same thing that originally made him like he is, and me like I am. And it happened again, and I was thrown into an astral projection, and I saw him and me floating in the astral sea, and there was this portal, this gray portal with green tentacles coming out of it, and then there was a reddish mist thing. I'm not entirely and then he made a copy of himself in the spaceship and me, and it was me, but my mother was alive and I had braids for some reason, and
Alex is like completely lost.
and I focused. I felt a pull, and I touched myself, not in that way, and then light and warmth and back again.
Okay. Shit. Do you know how to get back there? Is he still there?
No, I don't know. I don't know anything. I thought he would come with me.
Oh boy, I don't know anything about that. Does he have any information? Doesn't he have like a watch or something? Does that have any
I
information?
have some things. Just give me a sec. Can
Okay,
you help
well,
me strap him down? Like,
sure, and I help. Like, Alexa basically just think, okay, at least he was already kind of undead or something from before, so maybe we have some time. Alex, I don't know. Yeah. That was...
Question. Yeah, because the watch, we've established this in DIREWOLF main campaign, but the watch can monitor your pulse and like alert people if you die. That was
Yeah.
Naz that enforced that upgrade on the watch.
Yeah.
We've established that.
Your watch doesn't work. I don't think you have a pulse.
No, and I don't. But that's what I was going to say. After my incident with that Agent Scorp helped me out of,
Mm.
could my watch be modified to somehow detect if I not necessarily have a pulse, but if I am still alive in terms
If
of
you still have a
of a
soul?
D&D character? Yeah, if I still have a soul, if I'm still a playable character, sort of. Because then they
See-
can at least see, like, okay, he's not dead.
So I have to be honest with you guys. I don't know what happens now. Thomas doesn't know what happens now. If I give you this definitive answer, it's going to close some doors. I think it's better left open for now. So I don't think you have this watch. The capability do not have the watch does not have this the ability to give you an answer to this.
So
I think I'm assuming you're alive
yeah.
anyways because I saw you astral. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his soul is currently not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on.
I mean, I need to get past the whole thing that we actually do have a soul.
I've tried doing this before. It didn't work quite well. But here goes nothing. And then as he straps down,
Is it
I'm
just
going.
the consciousness? Is consciousness the soul?
No. And then I'm going to
Is it the
bolster.
separate
I'm going to feed like these sort of like spores, sort of like starts like coming up for me, and they start to glow with the same sort of light that you saw sort of pulse through, and they kind of feed into him, and kind of take root and sort of like merge into him. As I'm going to just bolster the shit out of him, like just pulls all of my strength and magic into him.
You
After
feel
a
your
soul
magic,
flies even
you do
quicker away.
you feel your magic bolster him. You have no idea what that means.
But yeah, other than that, I think we need to go back to Thomas and see what the fuck's going to happen next.
I don't think we have anything planned for there right now, so I think that would be a little bit.
No, you don't understand. Thomas he's astral projecting somewhere. I think we're going to have actually swap over to Ensomi as your spirit walking around, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I'm
and
using
you
this to get some
prog-
peace and quiet from these fucks.
yeah, so you're actually just hovering in empty void space right now, right?
Hmm.
Do your spirit take damage? Like, does it take damage like a physical body would?
Technically, yes.
It does have a thing on it. Any damage or other effects that apply to your spirit or physical body affects the other, at least.
So technically, if you were to spirit project to the bottom of the ocean, the tense pressure and depth would cause your physical body harm.
Well, yeah, technically.
Yeah.
I guess like it's more like if he got somehow injured by a creature in the spirit in the astral plane, that would also just copies onto the body.
Yeah. The thing I'm not so worried about is any creature, it is the environment. It's a fair assumption that he's a spirit and the vacuum of space should cause him no harm, but that is, with the wording, I don't think that's quite what happens. But luckily for you, you have a patron, a hungry patron, a patron that does not take its investment lightly. And as you are floating through space, you can actually feel, you do actually feel the vacuum of space starting to affect your spirit body. It's like particles of spirit starts to dissipate and fuse out of you, and you feel a distinct uncomfortableness. And then you suddenly hear a whisper in your eye, and it is in a dialect of African that I have no way of knowing which one would be, but it's a deep and malevolent voice that asks you quietly, "Are you trying to run, little servant?"
Yeah,
something
I was also gonna comment on. I love how it whispers in my eye.
Yeah. Well, it's a patron, okay? They can do what you want. You're whispering your toad. But you're right. I did misspeak. You hear a whisper in your ear. Also, you don't hear a whisper.
It's
There's
more
no
of
air.
echoing inside my skull.
Yes.
Hmm.
And I'm going to allow you the control to turn around if you want to.
No, I'm just exploring.
Do you not turn around? Do you remain?
I've seen what it looks like.
Yeah, nice.
I don't need to confirm what this is. I know what this is. Also, it is much more interested in me than I am in it. So.
What do you know about the nature of your pact with your patron?
I know that, to my knowledge, part of my I have been connected to this for as long as I have been aware. Whether I had awareness before it or I have awareness because of it, I simply don't have the correct evidence to determine. But I also know that it values me, and for the most part, it is fairly uninvasive. When it's invasive, it's shit as hell.
I do think that we know that you do fulfill a service to it with all of the body eating.
Yeah, my primary serving of it is sending it souls. Quite literally.
It is going to tell you again with a voice that would send chills down your spine. If you have one. It does send chill down your spiritual spine. And it says, I can see you, no matter how far you go and how far you leave. Exploration is fine, but do not forget to serve. If you go this far and go all the way over there, you should take a little extra. And you can just hear the noise of a big slobbering tongue going across its mouth. And you could hear the hunger. If you do not return, I will be forced to take action. But as long as you serve me and serve me well, you can go explore, little one.
I most certainly do not intend to expire during this.
No? Then what are you doing out here?
I needed some peace and quiet.
And a violent rushing, and you feel like just claws sinking into your chest from behind. And like with a deep hatred, it speaks into your ear. Foolish little servant, you are dying. You should get back to your body. And it flings you with full speed towards the capsule. Where you smash into the side. And
I mean, I will just stop my astral projection or my spirit projection, because I can do that at any time I want.
See, I want to say yes. But I also think in this particular case, No. I mean, you have a moment right before you smash through the wall because you're a spirit, so you could just pass through it. Or you have an opportunity to do something if you.
Yeah, well, I will pass through it and not make a dent in our spaceship. Preferably.
Yeah, that's what happens. That's basically right. You don't actually destroy the spaceship. But as you slam back into your physical body, when you wake up, you can feel a soreness in your whole body. Your joints are aching, your eyes are aching. Your body has been under considerable strain. And when you touch your side, you can feel blood leaking out from wounds. It's not a heavy flow, but there's this distinct soreness. But with this wound, that does seem to close fairly quickly as a numbing of the area. And there's a numbing of an area, like a deadening. And you distinctly know some more incantations that you didn't know before. You know more that you didn't know before. You also know that you have to eat that tentacle immediately.
Oh, I've already eaten the tentacle. Don't you worry.
Ah, okay. That explains why they were able to come out here and visit you. Yeah. I think you also wake up to a frantic Alex trying to figure out what the hell is going on with Andre, and an Iris that is equally panicked or determined.
I'm determined at this point.
Alex is also having a minor crisis about souls.
Yeah.
Also, at some point, Iris gets a bit annoyed by the random bits of weaponry floating about, so she conjures forth like a small little like bird made of spores that just goes in like a little robin that just flies it flies a bit, realizes that doesn't work much.
You should just get a fish, honestly.
But it eventually starts like picks up the various things and gets them back down.
I'll, grab my side where I'm bleeding profusely, unstrap myself from the seat, and just, after a moment, like, look out at this. Like, what the hell did you do while I was gone?
What the hell were you doing, actually? What do you mean you were gone?
I was just seeing what space was like.
Yeah, so did those two, unwillingly.
Astral space. Astral.
Whatever. Apparently, I'm the only one that can't do shit like that. But yes, and he's not coming back. And actually, I'm pointing towards
You didn't get to speak about doing weird shit, mister. I just conjured out a fucking pizza roll out of nothing.
I don't think that is as weird as tearing your soul out of your body and going to a different dimension.
Weirder. And then she looks. She turns around, continues, bleh, like spewing forth her like force towards Andre.
Anyway,
Okay.
Masomi, do you know how to get people back from the astral plane?
As a matter of fact, I have some theories.
We might
we could really do some with some practice right about now.
Do you know how? Because him and Iris got sent to the astral plane via some kind of weird light. You were not awake then. I saw the light, didn't affect me. Iris came back. Andre did not. Not sure why.
So theoretically, and we're speaking purely theoretically, most scholars agree that if you project, and then you are affected by something that would move you both mentally and spiritually, you should reconnect. I don't know if anyone has confirmed this or tried it out, but that is a possibility.
Teleportation?
Also, I mean, yes, a form of planar teleportation which requires both material and spiritual movement might potentially reconnect a
I
lost
can
soul.
do something short range.
A short range movement doesn't have the same spiritual, physical, like bound requirement. It would be on a planar level necessarily. Also, I could attempt to just trap his soul, and then when I release it again, it should conceivably return to his
Ooh.
body.
You
You
can
can
do
trap
what?
souls?
Yes?
The fuck? I mean, looks at
Alex
Alex.
is just Alex is just like kind of blue screening at the moment. Did everyone here know that the souls existed? Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty basic shit.
No, it's not.
Haven't you read the pamphlet? Gods exist, souls exist, magic is real,
Yes.
monsters are
Well,
real.
thing is, like, yes, I get the magic exists now, but until a year ago, I was agnostic.
Right. Yeah, that sounds quite silly now, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Why did no one provide her with a brochure?
Yeah, I mean, right?
I mean, and I'm just looking at Iris now because Iris is the only awake representative of Direwolf. I'm like, I thought you provided your free agents with like an introductory session and told about all this shit,
know
so we
swear
didn't
she
have
must have
sessions
had
like this.
No one really mentioned that souls were a separate thing in the pamphlets that I actually did get. Okay. Anyway, I don't think that's probably the most important thing right now. I think the most important thing right now is to figuring out how to get said soul back to the body of Andre.
To be real with you right now, I think he has to do that himself. Last time I saw him, he was fucking around with like making shit, like making multiple clones of himself. He needs to calm down and like get that shit under wraps and get out of there himself. I don't think we can help.
Well, I have nothing that could do to help.
Well, okay, if you don't think we could help him, one, why are you panicking?
Because he's might not be able to do it. I've been trying to foster a connection that could maybe help him somewhat, but it's
Iris,
hard.
can you astrally project? And before you answer, I'm gonna say no, you cannot, like, purposefully astrally project, because that is hard.
Yeah?
Okay, so if you don't believe that any of the things I just suggested could help, then we can't help him. The other way we could conceivably help him, and again, this is something I've theoretically learned about. I don't know if it's true or not. I haven't had the chance to test it, but certain manuscripts says that causing enough physical harm to the body of an astral projector should return the soul.
Oh.
So you could try and shoot him. Well, preferably not shoot him because we're in a
I
spaceship.
remember hitting
but
him
stab
a bunch
him.
when this happened once before. Not enough, maybe. Didn't help.
As a DM, I'm gonna step in because there will be some sort of resolution to this. There will be some sort of solution. What solution? I don't know, because I need to speak to Thomas. So, since this is pretty much on the table now, this is your primary concern. Is your friend is soulless. I wouldn't say unconscious. He's worse than that. He's soulless right now, and a corpse floating around in your cabin. I think this is going to be it for this week.
Can I do one last thing before we end off?
Sure.
Yeah.
So, Iris, then, in conclusion, you can't do anything because you don't want to potentially damage him because we don't know if that will work. You won't let me trap his soul because you obviously don't trust me. So stop panicking. There's nothing we can do. Also, please heal me. I am bleeding.
That's not how panicking works. And why the fuck are you wounded?
Irrelevant.
Yeah.
I really feel like
She's
that's
gonna
not
heal you.
irrelevant.
Oh.
Also, like, Zombie, you sounded so freaking condescending right there. Just saying. You can talk to people
Oh.
without being condescending.
I think
I
somebody else is
know, I
panicking too.
do both. I'm very good at being condescending at people I want to get information from.
Okay.
Oh no, see,
And with-
Iris has the training for this. Iris should know better.
I don't have the training for like failed fucking astral projection in space due to an astral phenomena.
with that, you are like next up is you resolve this somehow, but I don't know what. So we have to stop it there. But I have to tell you one thing, guys. First off, thanks for playing. I'm having a blast. You guys are hilarious, and what the fuck, guys?
Yeah, I think
Oh.
I just have to say as well, like we didn't get to do much traditional role playing today, but just the minor arguments we've had with each other, like especially like me and Mats as well. I think we did good at the start of the session as well, like hammering in that like yeah we've known each other for a long time, but being stuck in the same room for a couple of days does drive each other mad. I think we nailed that starting to get annoyed with your best friend feeling. It was really
Have any
fun.
of you guys watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yeah.
Only scenes.
Because I'm watching it for the first time, and I just watched the episode where Jake Peralta and Charles Boyle are undercover together for 8 days.
Yeah.
So,
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is great.
yeah. Yeah. Is there any formalia we need to wrap up for today, or if not, I would like to have some quality time together with Andre's player, because we need to hash some stuff out. I know to know what you are actually doing.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
I'm just like
yeah, you guys have fun.
yeah, we will.
Um,
I'm just gonna say
Quick note
thank
before you guys leave, though. Before you
We have
wrap
delay.
up, you
Wrap
usually
up,
want to address when next session is on stream so people know. Do everyone want to do that now, or should we do that off screen? I'm open for suggestions, but I want to do it before everyone leaves.
Yeah, the tentative date is the 20th of November. That is the default in 2 weeks. Saturday, our default schedule. Is that a problem for anyone?
Except we've talked about starting 12 and not 4.
Yes, I have a thing, which means I do not want to play on the evening. But I could play the 21st first, or I could play a early session, which means I do stuff. We play during the day, and then I go off having my stuff in the evening.
Okay, if it's early, I do have Gundam Watch Club earlier.
You said which day are we talking about? Because I said the 20th, and you said the 21st.
I said both are an option, but if we're talking about the 20th, which I am right now, then I'm talking the day session. And as opposed to an afternoon session, which are what we usually do.
But yeah, the 20th, me and Celia has a Gundam Watch Club every Saturday morning. It should be done around 11:30.
Yeah, but it has gone to 12, and I would prefer to have at least a little bit of a break to eat and gather myself before going straight into stream with this. So then it would.
If we know beforehand that we have something else at 12, we can make sure to end by 11:30.
Yeah,
So
12
also,
is 12 is a bit early for me.
Yeah, I mean, we could push. We
Like,
could say
what-
say one. I'm
one
just
or like one or two. That's a better time, but 12 is a bit early.
two. I would like to not take it after one because I want to have some time. I want to have some slack in case we. I don't want to have to be forced to. I want some time to. I want some space to play with. I never know you.
Can we not just put it on Sunday then instead? The
Yeah.
21st.
It sounds like we should just put it on Sunday.
Alistair?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I said
I'm good.
when you originally asked about on Discord.
Yeah, I do think we should start a bit earlier than 7, though.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
7
yeah.
was the 7 was not the norm for our games.
No.
It's
Yeah.
people had stuff, and that's what we had to do to make it work today. It's at
Yeah.
4 on Sunday now. That's the current plan.
The 21st.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, exactly 2 weeks. Starting a bit earlier than today, as discussed. I might try to actually figure out how scheduling on Twitch works, because that's the thing now, and actually add it to the Twitch calendar.
Hey, that would be dope.
But I can do that off stream. And yeah, thanks Mixtifer for popping by and saying hi. And thanks Lemur for your Prime subscription.
I feel like this is the one I should support for now.
considering
I like
considering
your content. Your content is great. I love it. Best content.
Considering pretty much the only thing I'm streaming these days is your D&D campaign, yeah, you should like it.
Yeah, yes, I do. Yeah, I put my money where my mouth is.
Yeah, I do want to get back into streaming a bit more frequently, though, because I have done some upgrades on my stream. So I'm going to try and stream a bit more often. It's just hard to figure out when I've got free time with a couple of D&D campaigns going and one game going through Steam and one game being under production right now. So yeah, it's hard to find time to stream, but I will try and stream more often.
Well,
so
whether it's streaming or other productions, we're looking forward to see whatever it turns out to be.
Yes. So thank you all for watching, and catch you at least in 2 weeks, hopefully before then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.